The COVID-19 pandemic left a lot of people without work, and now they're struggling to make ends meet. And in tonight's Rebound report, our Chelsea Torres shows us one way to save some money during this difficult time.
COVID-19 caused millions of Americans to reevaluate their finances. Many people are visiting local farmers to get the goods they need.
And then when the grocery stores continuously were out of stuff, business just exploded. We actually had food.
Michelle Weaver and her family own From the Garden. They sell their goods at the local farmers market. During the pandemic, Weaver was constantly asked how to preserve foods.
When they found out they were buying big amounts and then asking us how to preserve it, and I told them either can it or freeze it.
Weaver says frozen foods can last up to 6 months, and canning foods can last about 18 months.
Initially, it is kind of a big expense, but then it pays for itself.
Weaver says canning is not difficult, but you need to be ready to spend some time in the kitchen.
And it's like assembly line, but from beginning to end, it's 3 to 4 hours to do anything like that.
A few of her most popular items are things you can do at home. Her homemade salsa has all of the fresh veggies you can find at a store or farmer's market. Cook them down for a few hours, then can it and let it cool down. Weaver also has a whole line of jams and preserves with different fruits. She says with any fruit, just add sugar and pectin. Then you can have jam within a couple hours.
It's not hard. It's time consuming.
And her tip for storing your canned goods?
Don't put it in a garage. Don't put it in a shed. Don't put it somewhere where the temperature is going to be going up and down, because they'll unseal and then bacteria can get in and you can make yourself sick.
Weaver says business has not slowed down, and her family is just trying to keep up with the demand. Now, according to Michelle Weaver, you can can almost anything from fruits, veggies, to even meats. Now, if you'd like to find ways you can cut costs and preserve foods, you can find the story on our website, christv.com/rebound. For the Rebound Coastal Bend, I'm Chelsea Torres.
Since the pandemic began, the Coastal Bend Food Bank has been doing its part to help our community rebound from the impact of the crisis. They've been hosting mobile food distribution centers at least once a week, and today they had another one of those events. This time it was at the Greyhound racetracks. They handed out fresh produce and assorted dry foods, enough for up to 500 families in need.
You know, it's so hard to get food sometimes, and I try to help the elderly, which is my neighbor, as much as I can in the community. Also, our church, we give out food sometimes. They give it to us and we spread it out to the community.
These drive-through food distributions are held to serve residents in rural areas of the Coastal Bend. The food bank does continue to offer their normal food pantry services. And don't forget that if you've got a story idea or maybe you have a question for us, email us rebound@christv.com.